Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. It's another edition of Away Days with me, Dean. I hope you're all doing well and great. We've had a good bank holiday weekend. This is it's actually quite late. The reason being is because it's bank holiday and I was at Carnival for 2 days, and yesterday I was recovering, so I couldn't really have time to do anything else. Plus, Crystal Palace were playing yesterday as well, and it was quite loud, and they won 4-0, so it was quite rowdy yesterday. So I couldn't really have time to do this episode yesterday either. But better late than never, as I say. This is another edition of another chapter, so I say, of my 2 cents involving the teams that I support. One being this one here, which is the Atlanta Falcons, and the other one being this one here, Arsenal. It is about them again. Obviously, like I said before, pre-season is just finished with the Falcons. They didn't win a game, and I think I mentioned in the last episode that they lost 31-0 to the Jaguars in their last pre-season game. But they have whittled their squad down to 53 now, and I will put Atlanta's 53-man squad up on all the socials, on all my little socials. On Away Day Sports on TikTok, and I'll also put up on YouTube as well for you to look at. So yeah, let me know what you think of the Falcons team. For you Falcon fans out there, let me know what you think of the squad. Let me know what you think, how they're going to do. But this is about Arsenal. Basically, their game over the weekend just gone. It was a Saturday kickoff at Villa Park. It was a 5:30 kickoff, and my prediction, I did say that we was going to win, and we did. Arsenal won at Villa Park by beating Aston Villa by 2-0. Very, very. It wasn't as up tempo as the game between these two teams last season. I think last season it was very much end to end. It was a lot more exciting. A lot more. There was a lot more about it last season. We was unlucky with this by getting a goal late, as I said. But I did say that when it came to this game, that we was going to be more than capable. We were more than capable of getting a result against Villa. There's this time round. Everything basically came in how I thought it would. Villa would surrender the ball, but they'd press us. Arsenal would have all the possession, but they'd have to be smart with it in regards to how Villa would shape up, because Villa set up very, very well when they're in when they got all their men behind the ball, and they did that quite well. I don't know if anyone was watching Match of the Day, but they actually showed that in Match of the Day how well their positioning and their communication is on the pitch when they don't have the ball. Everyone's behind the ball, nowhere to go, and Arsenal didn't really have much to go. But it wasn't until substitutions were made that's when you started to see how things are going, and Arsenal just eventually just said, right, let's take a stranglehold of this game, and a bite with a mission, a bite with a bit of luck, we got the goals. Do I say that we deserved the win? I would say yes. Do I say that we were fortunate? I mean, we can also say yes as well. Villa did have their chances, as we all saw. They hit the woodwork. Ollie Watkins had his head out, rebounded from the crossbar, well saved by David Raya. And he was a difference maker because he made that wonderful save, and then a few minutes later, Arsenal went down the other end and scored. And then we just killed the game off with Thomas Partey scoring the second goal. More to the point of what it was, again, good result. If we had to talk about pros and cons, yeah, we kept the ball very, very well. There's a lot more about Arsenal just getting down and dirty and just grinding out the victories, and that's exactly what they did. Individual standouts. William Saliba for me was, again, he did show a little bit of jitters in the first half in one moment where Villa could have gone 1-0 up and Ollie Watkins missed the open goal. We had to just tap it in the back of the net, but beyond that, a little bit of ill composure from William Saliba. Um, he had a really, really good tackle which he made in the second half. He gave, I think it was Duran. I think it was Duran. Gave him like a 5-6 yard head start with the ball, and he chased him down and got him in the penalty box and just slid in and got made a perfect tackle at the very end. I thought that was absolutely brilliant. I believe William Saliba is um, one of the best defenders in Europe right now. I don't think you could ask anything more of what he did. I think he's going to be the next generation of defender that's going to come through. A lot of defenders do not like playing against strikers or forwards who have got pace, but William Saliba's got pace. So I think a lot of strikers are going to have to start getting used to the fact that a lot of defenders are going to be having a lot more about them when it comes to speed. Um, but he done well. Obviously, David Ray made a couple of good had that save, game changing save, should I say, as well. Um, Trossard coming off the bench. When I saw Trossard come off the bench and come off the bench, I thought he's going to score. I know Trossard's going to score, and within a couple of minutes he did with his first touch, which then leads me to the cons, or the one con, which has come up on social media with Arsenal, with some Arsenal fans, and in my Arsenal group actually, and that's Gabriel Martinelli. Um, I'm not too sure what's going on with Martinelli right now. I think everyone said the same thing about him in regards to confidence. He didn't look himself in regards to how we all know he can play. Yes, he had spells where he ran at the defenders, but it's like his decision making in terms of which way he wanted to go to get past the defender wasn't working. He looked like he just needs. It's like he needs a confidence booster. I think. The one thing I don't want to be seeing, which I have seen, is we should sell Martinelli. I don't think we should sell him. Every single player goes through this. Every single player goes through a purple patch of where they do well, but then they always go through a dark patch when they're not doing as well as what they should be doing, where their expectations should be a lot higher than what they should be. And I think if you could speak to Martinelli, I think he would probably admit that he could have played a better game on Saturday against Villa. But you live and learn. A lot of players go through. Every single player's gone through it. A lot of every single Arsenal player's gone through it down the years, and they always come back better than ever, and they go through their little patch themselves. So I have every faith that Gabriel Martinelli will be the player that we all know that he is and what he can be. There's no need to be panicking and saying, yeah, we need to sell him, which I don't really want to be seeing from some Arsenal fans. I just think that's a bit stupid. But to go to Villa, but going back to it, to go to Villa, especially the way they've been playing, that they won their first game of the season as well at West Ham and played quite well in that game. They're going to be up there thereabouts again. I did want to get a reaction from one of my boys, Jamal, who's a Villa fan. At the time, he didn't really want to say anything, so I know he wasn't exactly too happy. But the one thing I do remember him saying was that Villa. He said that Villa had a better game, but you feel aggrieved. I mean, from anyone from that aspect, if you see that your team has had a better of the game and they've still lost, then you feel very, very aggrieved. So I can kind of feel where he's coming from. However, you know, like people have always said, you can have 20, 25 attempts on goal. If you don't put one of them in the back of the net, it can cost you. And that's happened many times in this football. So you just sometimes you just have to take on the chin, and just say, you know what, yeah, we were unlucky and we lost the game, but we're just going to have to come back and be more clinical. And that's the one thing I think Villa need to be learning from this game. In regards to Arsenal, in regards to us, I think we can go from strength to strength. In regards to how we're playing, we've got another tough one coming up this weekend against Brighton, who themselves have, they've won their first two games this season as well. They're one of 4 teams that have won their first 2 games, along with Arsenal, City, and Liverpool. So those 4 teams have all gone already. that's another tough game at the Emirates between Brighton. Brighton have actually got a decent record at the Emirates as well, so they're not going to be another slouch. Um, However, I think we're more than capable of beating them. If we go into the game with that belief, I think we can go into with beating them and taking the 3 points. It won't be easy. It won't surprise me if it's a 2-1. Um, but we're more than capable. We're more than capable. So but a huge 3 points against Villa with Thomas Partey. He scored in the 77th minute, and Leandro Trossard scored with his very first touch of the ball 10 minutes earlier. So very very good result. Man of the match, I would have probably given that to either David Raya or William Saliba. And a special mention also to go out to yeah, to Saka as well. Saka played quite well on the right hand side as well, so he played good as well. But overall, it's a good team performance. We'll see how things are going. By the time we get to the game against Brighton, because there will be some changes. There are some additions and there will be some departures at this moment in time. Eddie Nketiah is preparing to have a medical with Crystal Palace. So we'll see how that one shapes up. Arsenal have officially brought in Mikel Merino from Real Sociedad for, I believe, what was in the region of £31.6 million on a 4-year deal with the extension of a 5th year. So we've brought him in to add a little bit more steel and muscle into that midfield, which I think would be great. That being said, now a lot of people have been going about getting a striker in. If Eddie is going, then I do believe we need to get a striker in. And the way things are going right now with some of the strikers is looking like there's strong linkage to say that Arsenal could go for Victor Osimhen. Chelsea, obviously other teams like Chelsea, they're going for who they're going for, and in Ivan Toney. Obviously Eddie's going to Crystal Palace, and so I think it does depend on how these transfers go, and also with Napoli are interested in bringing Lukaku in. What would that then mean for Osimhen? Would that mean that Osimhen could come to Arsenal? Have to see how it goes. I believe the transfer deadline, I believe it's tomorrow. I believe it's either tomorrow or Friday. So it's going to be a big couple of days coming up in regards to the transfer window before it closes, even leading up to the game against Brighton on Saturday as well. So that should be a good game. We'll see how that plays out. It should be a good one. Yeah, as I said, guys, that's basically been Arsenal for this week. I think they've got off to a good start. Defensively, they're looking all right, looking good. David Raya is picking up from where he left off last season. Saka's has been doing well. Martin Odegaard, he's pulling the strings like he normally does. They're doing good. They're looking good. They're playing better with every game, as it were. So I think once the sharpness comes back into the team a bit more, you'll start seeing Arsenal playing a bit more free flowing, I think. But good signs and good encouraging signs. Just have to keep going. We as Arsenal fans, we know what we want. Me as an individual, as an Arsenal fan, I've been asked a question: do you think we can win the league? I got asked at a carnival, and I said, yeah, we're more than capable of winning it. Of course we are. We've proven that. But to go one better, yeah, I do believe we can do it. I do believe we can. But as I said, Aston Villa 0, Arsenal 2, so good 3 points there. I will be doing another episode of the preview leading up to the game against Brighton. Obviously, there's going to be some changes in regards to both teams leading up to it because of the transfer window and other things like that. So we'll see how that pans out. I'll probably do that just before the game. No, either the day before or a few hours before the game kicks off on Saturday. So I'll do my next one there. But that is another episode of my 2 cents involving Arsenal Football Club. Stay tuned for me putting up more shorts in regards to the NFL season. US Open in tennis has just started. So Coco Gauff in the women's side, she's going to be defending her crown. I cannot remember for the heart of me who won the men's, but US Open has started this week, so that's good. That's going to be looking good. And for all those who are interested as well, and to keep the Olympic spirit alive, the Paralympics starts today. I believe there's going to be an opening ceremony to be looking out for, but that starts today, Wednesday. Um, any coverage of that is actually on Channel 4 in the UK. So yeah, if you want to watch that, if you're interested in watching just like the Olympics, I know many people weren't interested in watching the Olympics this year, but the Paralympics it will be on Channel 4. So yeah, keep a lookout for that. And then I will be putting up my predictions for all the Premiership fixtures this weekend within the next couple of days. So yeah, also keep a lookout for that one as well. But yeah, that is me. That is Dean on the podcast for away days. I'm on Podbean. Also on TikTok as well. Follow me on TikTok. Away days sports. That's away. Then days is spelled DAZE and then sports. That's on TikTok and on YouTube. It's Dino, away days again, DAZE. Please follow me on that one as well. I'll be putting up various things on there as well. This will also be on there. So just follow all the socials if you're new. If you are new to following me, welcome. Please subscribe and tell your friends and follow me out. And I'll be here throughout the season for the football season, for the NFL season. The Champions League draw, I believe, is being made tomorrow. So I will bring you guys up to date with that one as well. So that is me. I will see you guys in the next one. Have a good rest of the week. Have a good day, and take care. See you later, guys.